Welcome to our exploration of Ryuei-ryu, a traditional and lesser-known style of Okinawan karate with deep roots in both China and Japan. Founded by Norisato Nakaima in the 19th century, Ryuei-ryu stands out for its unique blend of hard and soft techniques, incorporating powerful strikes, fluid movements, and traditional Chinese martial arts influences. This dynamic karate style is a testament to the rich cultural exchange between China and Okinawa, and its distinct techniques set it apart from more mainstream karate styles. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the history of Ryuei-ryu, tracing its origins back to Nakaima's training under Chinese martial arts masters in Fuzhou and its subsequent development in Okinawa. We'll explore the key elements that make Ryuei-ryu unique, such as its kata, the forms that contain the core teachings of the style, and the emphasis on breathing, balance, and precision in each movement. Ryuei-ryu places a strong focus on self-discipline, respect, and the philosophical aspects of martial arts, carrying on the legacy of the ancient masters. It's not just about combat, but about cultivating the mind, body, and spirit in harmony. This approach gives practitioners a deep understanding of themselves and their surroundings, blending tradition with practical self-defense techniques. Whether you're a seasoned martial artist or simply curious about the different branches of karate, Ryuei-ryu offers a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of Okinawan martial arts and its enduring influence. Join us as we dive into the techniques, philosophy, and history behind this incredible style of karate. The originator of the Ryuei-ryu method was the Okinawan Nakaima Norisato, also known as Kenri. Born December 1819 into a considerably wealthy family by the Okinawan standards of the time. He developed a passion for the martial arts at a young age and was known throughout the village of Komamura, Kyum, as a devoted practitioner of the cultural as well as combative arts. The area called Kyum in Naha was settled by Chinese, often referred to as the 36 family names, from Fujian, Fukuoka Show, China about 600 years ago. Being born and brought up in the area under deep influence from China for a long time, Norisato was very familiar with Chinese cultural ways and could speak and communicate freely in at least one dialect of the language. It is known that the last Satsufusher, Chinese ambassadors, were sent to Okinawa in 1866, in 503 years from 1372 to 1876, when Japan discontinued the relationship with the Qing dynasty. About the same number of military officers as ambassadors were sent to Ryukyu. Reportedly, when Norisato was 18 years old, he heard that the military officers were practicing martial arts every day and visited the practice area. Since no formal dojo existed during this period, Norisato, interested in martial arts, was watching the practice over the fence. Then one of the officers noticed Norisato, and the uchi, general, eventually noticed the potential and talent of the young Norisato. With the help of a Chinese military envoy to Okinawa, who provided the appropriate letter of introduction and 1 year of preparation, Nakaima left his native Okinawa for China to study the martial arts. At the age of 19, the tall, well-built Nakaima was accepted as a disciple of the Chinese master Ryuei-ryu, who at the time was the lead instructor at the military academy in Beijing. Alongside Nakaima was good friend Sakayama Kitoku, who also left Okinawa to study in China, but reportedly returned to the island after a comparatively short time and was not admitted to the same training. Norisato originally intended to learn Chinese martial arts as a method of personal protection. He became heavily influenced by his teacher, gradually studying deeply the military subjects required for Chinese military officers. Subjects range from complex military strategies to astrology and holistic healing methods, which are still preserved within the system today. After 7 years of diligent study under the master, Nakaima graduated and was awarded his master's teaching degree at, or around the age of 26. At this time, he was given some secret books. As customary in China, his instructor only trusted his most dedicated pupil with these guarded texts. Contained in these books was a wealth of information on the civil combative traditions of China. Some of these books were entitled Bubishi, Hieronshi, Kokutsuki, Kenshin, and Yajoho, and are only recently being discovered and appreciated by many of the older and more advanced practitioners of the fighting arts of China and Okinawa throughout the world today. Before he returned to his homeland, Nakaima traveled for training purposes throughout the Fujian, Canton, and Beijing areas of China. There he saw many unique methods of training and embraced many teachings. Additionally, he collected many weapons from the various areas he visited and incorporated them into his personal system of Chinese boxing. Before leaving China, the customary vow of secrecy was taken by Nakaima, who, realizing the tense political climate of the day, never broke this solemn oath. The system that Nakaima devised and learned was taught only to his son Noritada, Kinshu, 1856–1953, but only after making a pledge of secrecy to maintain the great tradition to which he now belonged. Noritada, keeping this oath, only taught his own son Noritaka, Kinko, and grandchildren, who also took the family oath of secrecy. While Nakaima Noritada Kinshu had no other students, he was regarded as a master of martial arts by all his contemporaries and was respected by all who knew him. The young Nakaima Noritaka also developed a keen interest in Budo, studying other karate and kabuto styles as well as kendo under popular instructors. However, it was Nakaima Noritaka was the first family member to break the family tradition, and at the age of 60, fearing that the family art would be lost, accepted a small group of outside students. These students were all school teachers who Nakaima felt possessed the necessary character, education, and background to continue the teachings in the proper manner. Nakaima did much to assist with the development of many of today's leaders throughout Okinawa and Japan. According to numerous senior instructors of various styles that were well acquainted with Nakaima Kenko, including shorin-ryu leader Nakazato Shiguro, Nakaima reportedly never taught much Ryuei-ryu to children apart from his own sons, nor owned a dojo, although he often shared the training hall of Nakamura Shigeru and others. Nakaima was well respected in his region and helped with the organization of the Okinawa Kenpo School and others. A professional educator and of a higher social status than many of his contemporaries, Nakaima held strong convictions regarding the responsibilities of a martial artist and teacher. This unique background and uncompromising standard set Nakaima apart from many islanders that sought the development of martial arts for financial gain in the wake of the Second World War. Nakaima Kinko was a well-respected leader in the Okinawan martial arts community and was a key figure in the growth of several organized movements of the late 1950s through the 1960s. He remained an important figure in the development of martial arts on Okinawa until his death in 1989. The current leader of the system is Nakaima Kenji, the fifth-generation soak of the family art and a well-accomplished martial arts master in his own right, respected throughout Japan. Currently, the Nakaima family has disassociated itself from the sport karate groups and maintains no affiliation, other than supporting the endeavors of previous students of Nakaima. The teachings of the art of Ryuei-ryu as practiced by the Nakaima family adhere to the code of martial virtue, contrasting greatly from the competitive mindset. Karate, as practiced in the Nakaima family original art, is complete physical art form, a wonderful discipline of health, as well as a way of life. As such, students of authentic Ryuei-ryu believe that a real martial artist trained in the tradition should be modest and never brag about his own achievements or proficiency, always keeping in mind the example and directions of our predecessors. A martial artist should be ready to learn from others and strive to learn from every situation in both training and life. Kinko frequently said that one becomes a martial artist by first understanding what it means to be a person. He also discussed the importance of commitment to courtesy and on the nature of humanity. In the 1970s, Kinko broke with the tradition of one-child conference and accepted students. This action was not taken out of disrespect for family's oath, but from an understanding that such customs of secrecy was no longer relevant in the present-day society. Fifth Soak, Kenji Nakaima, April 5, 1934. Kenji, like his predecessor, is a martial artist and an educator. He has served as a professor at University of the Ryukyus, Ryukyu Daigaku, and at other universities. He has attained 7th Dan Kyoshi in Iadio as well as 7th Dan in Jodo. Kenji recalls when he was a young student, Kinko correcting his posture, and only his posture, during his martial arts training. Kinko would instruct by saying, "Do not break your posture." With Kenji, Kinko didn't focus too much on technicalities, but very strict concerning kami, stances, and posture. Today, Kenji philosophizes on how an art karate that was originally intended for fighting people can be transformed into something that can reinvigorate people and contribute to society. Kenji wishes for Ryuei-ryu to embody this philosophical approach. Fifth Dodo, Suguo Sakamoto. December 13, 1947. An extraordinary martial artist who, starting with winning the championship at WKF 8 Championship in the Netherlands at 37 years old, conquered 3 WKF Championships titles, 2 World Games Championships, and 2 World Cup Championship, all the while serving as the president of Okinawa Kenritsu Gaijuda Daigaku, Okinawa Prefectural University of Arts. Today, he trains the new world champions while tirelessly working to hone his mastery of karate. Pan American Chief Instructor, Tomohiro Arashiro. July 15, 1954. Arashiro-sensei has been training Ryuei-ryu karate for over 50 years and teaching since 1979. He and his best friend Takashi Matsuda-sensei began their training with Okinawa Ryuei-ryu 4th Soak, Kinko Nakaima in Sumaide, Okinawa, Japan. During high school, he trained with the now Okinawa Ryuei-ryu Dodo 5th, Suguo Sakamoto in the Nago High School Karate Club, while still training with Nakaima Soak after school. In 1977, he graduated from Chucky University in Aichi-ken with a degree in physical education and was the captain of the collegiate karate team. In 1979, he, along with his friend and fellow student Tsutomu Kuniyashi, were chosen to bring Ryuei-ryu to the United States. He continues to go back to Okinawa and train with Okinawa Ryuei-ryu 5th Soak, Kenji Nakaima, and Sakamoto-sensei. As we've seen, Ryuei-ryu is more than just a style of karate. It's a rich blend of history, culture, and philosophy that bridges the gap between Okinawa and China. Through its unique techniques, emphasis on balance, and focus on both physical and mental development, Ryuei-ryu offers a deep and holistic approach to martial arts. Whether you're drawn to its traditional forms or its practical applications in self-defense, this style continues to preserve the essence of its origins while adapting to the modern world. Thank you for joining us in this journey through the world of Ryuei-ryu. If you found this video informative, be sure to like and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating history and styles of martial arts. Let us know in the comments which karate style you'd like us to explore next. Stay disciplined, stay balanced, and we'll see you in the next video.